in Rustlin. We're the designers for the Blackstone River Bikeway here in Rhode Island. A little PowerPoint here. This is we're. Is that all right? Yeah, it'll get brighter in the next slide. But this is just saying we're the Blackstone River Bikeway in Rhode Island. The next slide, we're going to go over an introduction to the Blackstone River, the design team, what's complete so far, and what's happening here in the future. I wanted to hit on the project purpose to start off with, because kind of like Frank was saying, this is really not all recreation, although it is a very nice recreational facility. But our project purpose is to provide a safe, efficient, and continuous facility that encourages bicycle riding as an alternate means of transportation along the original transportation route of the Blackstone River and Canal between Providence and Worcester. It should also connect historic sites, municipal centers, state and local parks, recreational facilities, and scenic locations in the River Valley. So our main focus is an alternate means of transportation. This is an overall site view of the area. At the bottom of this picture is Providence. At the top is the state line in Woonsocket. And what I was trying to get out of this picture, and it's hard for you to see, but on the design side of things, we've broken the bikeway up into different segments. Segment 1 being down in Providence, segment 8 being up in Woonsocket. And as I talk about the bikeway, I'll talk about segments, so bear with me. Next slide. So we're going to talk about the design team. The design team, we're really, with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, Planning and Development section is the overall management group, and we actually work for the Planning and Development Agency. The Department of Transportation is in charge of all the construction, the plan review, and design review. They also handle the funding, so that the money for construction and for design is funneled through the Department of Transportation. And of course, Vanasang and Bruslin, we're the designers. And we just went through the roles. Completed bikeway sections. You know, the planning study was completed in 1993. Since that time, we've got approximately 11 miles of bikeway completed with separated facility. That includes 5 river and 2 canal crossings, 3 miles of bikeway along the canal, 5 miles of trail along the P&W Railroad, and our most recent section is 4 miles of shared road facility that's in Pawtucket and Providence. Since it's the most recent section, some of you may not have seen what the facility looks like in Pawtucket and Providence, and there's just a couple of images. This is a bike lane that's on Alfred Stone roadway, I don't know. And that's a shared lane facility along the route as well. Other images is just a bunch of images of the bikeways from segments 4A, 4B, 5, 6, and 7, which you're probably more familiar with. They're all continuous separated facilities along the river. In the future, what are we doing, and when is it going to happen? Our next segment that we're really working at, and this is an image of Woonsocket. Over here to the right side at the bottom, that's down at Rivers Recreational Park, River's Edge, and up here is Blackstone. This is known to us as Segment 8. Segment 8 has been broken into a couple of segments for design purposes. Segment 8A goes from River's Edge Recreational Park to Truman Drive and Main Street intersection. We're at 30%. We actually made 30% design submission for that bikeway in August. It's under review, and we're starting the process for right-of-way acquisition, and then moving on to final design. Next image. Segment 8B runs from Truman Drive to Cold Spring Park. We're beginning 30% design on that portion there. That portion has several areas of discussion with the city. We'll have meetings with the city to discuss how the alignment will go through the city, and that's just in coordination process right now. Segment 8C, which will go from Cold Spring Park to the state line, is just beginning 30% design. The 30% submission. The right-of-way process is due to start, anticipated to be happening in December of this year. And then other segments, segment 1A, which is down in Providence, you can see 195 here at the bottom. And it'll connect up to the portion that was just completed as segment 1B in Providence on the next image. Segment 1A, as we mentioned, just goes from 195 Gano Street ramp to Pittman Street. And the scope of work and design fee for VHB to do that design has been submitted. It's under review with the Department of Transportation and DEM. And we anticipate authorization to proceed with that design in January 2013. Other segments is 3A and 3B. Segment 3 in general, Pawtucket and Central Falls. 3A is mainly in Pawtucket, 3B is at Central Falls. We're doing conceptual design and alternative analysis with those communities, and they're a little bit further down the line as far as design goes. Once we get the alternatives complete, and we'll get a scope of work in for that, and go to final design with that sometime during 2013. Yes, sir?
Would that be a shared way, or all these are to be designed?
For the most part in Woonsocket, we're looking at separated facilities. When you look down in Providence, Providence is about 50-50. Part of it's on road, part of it's a separated facility. In Pawtucket and Central Falls, it's probably more 75-25, as being 75% on road and 25% being separated facility. Any other questions? Oh, what, last slide, I forgot. Planning with Masson, Rhode Island. We are meeting with Masson, Rhode Island for how we're going to meet at the border. And Massachusetts is actually being designed, Massachusetts Blackstone River Bikeway is being designed by VHB also, but that's out of our Watertown office. And they're making progress. They're starting construction. They have a groundbreaking coming up September 27th. And we're looking forward to seeing some action happen up there. That's it.